John Gibbons, the manager of the first place Toronto Blue Jays, joining us in Baseball Central. How does that feel?
Well, that sounded good. Hey Jeff, we're hope you're doing well, man. But we've been playing good baseball. We really have for a few good weeks here now, and I mean that's really what it boils down to. So, but we got a good team.
What are you expecting from Liam Hendriks tonight?
Well, we know he's got to throw strikes. I mean, that's his MO. I mean, he picks it apart pretty good, that plate. So, he was on a nice little roll down there in AAA when we acquired him. It was, with the thought that, if we needed a spot start or two along the way, he could do that. And he was one of the better pitchers down there, so we're going to give him his opportunity. How long it lasts, we'll see. We'll let him run with it. But he's a control guy. He's beat the Twins. He's typical Twins type pitcher. They're very good at throwing all their pitches over the plate. And when he's on, he's usually pretty good.
Hey, Gib, Joe here. Jeff asked me the question earlier.
You had a bet early too, huh?
Oh yeah.
Well, you're saying it was a raucous flight home?
No, it was just some days or some people need more sleep than others. Let's put it that way.
Hey, coming off such a great road trip, obviously you just said it, guys are playing really well right now, and you got to feel good about your team. Is it extra special motivation coming home and getting the Oakland A's?
No, I don't know if you approach it that way. You come to the park every day trying to win a game. There's no question that they're probably the hottest team, the top team in baseball right now. Arguably, of course, with the Tigers, and so one thing they do is, and Oakland always does is, I mean, they pitch. They normally catch it, and the way their offense is built, with a number of platoons. I mean, they're tough to go up against, and they're feeling good and they're hot right now. So it'll be a tough little series for us. But it's one of those teams too. I mean, they don't beat themselves. They do all the little things, this and that, and that's kind of always been their trademark. So we got to play a good game tonight.
John Gibbons, the manager of the Toronto Blue Jays, joins us on Baseball Central. We are brought to you, as always, by Home Hardware. John, Joe and I were talking about Anthony Gose and the impact, the impression he has made since he's rejoined you guys. We've seen a lot of him. I know you've seen him as well. He seems, knock on wood, he seems like a different guy, and I don't know if that's his game's any different or his game's any more mature, John. It's just that your offense is going so well right now that Anthony's just comfortable contributing wherever he can.
Yeah, and Jeff, he's contributing in a big way. Whether it's he's throwing out a hit here or there, or laying down a bunt, scoring from first base, when nobody else on the team could probably do it on a particular hit. He's really fit in. I made the statement to somebody the other day. They were asking about him. I said, well, I've never seen him anything but good.
Mm-hmm.
He came up last year in September and did a nice solid job for us for a young kid, and he was up for a couple games earlier this year and played very well and contributed in each ball game. And then now, when Kobe went on the DL, he's come up here and he's really shined. So, he took some heat and he was criticized last year and he struggled at AAA and rightfully so. But, he's always believed he's a big league player, and he may be one of those guys that, they play better in the big leagues. It doesn't happen a lot, but I've seen it before.
Hey, Gib, as hot as this lineup is, does it surprise you a little bit to see Jose and Edwin do what they did yesterday with those base hits to right field?
Well, we've been watching Jose do it a lot, this season. I mean, that's kind of his approach now. He's got I know Kevin Seitz, our hitting guy, was harping on that a little bit during spring training. But, you haven't seen Eddie do much of it. He's thrown a couple over there, and yesterday, they threw that big old shift on him like they've been doing all year, and he just, the pitch location played a big part in that, of course, but, the willingness to do that, I mean, that's, kept extending the rallies, we kept going first to third when they were doing that, and I mean, that's winning baseball. You're not going to hit a home run every time up. We don't want either one of those guys going up there thinking that's the type of hitter they are by any means, but there's definitely a time and place for it, Joe.
Hey, John, very important question coming out of yesterday's game. The hell were those two kids talking to you about?
The
kids sitting right
next to me?
Yeah, standing right near you. It looked like you were talking to them a little bit.
Well, they were trying to milk a ball from it at first, and then they like the Blue Jays. I recognize those New England accents, but there's some, they kept trying to get, like when Batista and all those guys were going up the plate, they're trying to get a high five from them. So, but they were rooting us on, but it was just, I don't know if I was teaching them any life's lessons, but, they were trying to get some balls out of us, that's for sure.
John Gibbons joining us on Baseball Central. John, have you made a decision yet on the move that will be made with Liam Hendricks being brought up?
Yeah, what we did, we designated Ismail Rogers for assignment, and so he's the odd man out. It's been a tough year for him, and he's got to go through waivers. Somebody can take a claim on him, and then if they don't, then he'll go down to AAA with us. So yeah, we talked to him last night after the game. It was a tough decision. Izzy's been around here a couple of years and has done a nice job for us, but it was a battle for him this year.
And obviously, you liked what you saw in Rob Rasmussen. You like that the availability of that lefty, don't you?
Yeah, I think. If you can set your team that way, it makes you that much stronger. I think, and everything's kind of rounded into shape now that Jansen's back, and we got some pretty good options down there. Rasmussen, he's got a great arm. We picked him up in that trade with Kratz this winter. It was just a matter of, it all coming together for him. But he was pitching very well in AAA, and some pretty good left-handed hitters in this league. And we're going to run into a number of them in the next couple of weeks. So, he's going to get his opportunity. We'll see what he can do.
John, before I let you run, I just wanted to ask you about the decision to push RA back and get this matchup and what went into that. And you're going to get this question today, so I'm going to ask it ahead of time, and you can think of your real good answer to give it to the print guys this afternoon. But we're getting to the point where the dome's going to be open. Any concern at all about how that may affect RA?
No. Gotta hope it doesn't affect him because, he's pitching a lot outside. So, the whole idea behind, we just want to split Dickey and Burley up. They're kind of our two top dogs right now, and slip Hendricks in there because we know usually Burley and Dickey are going to, get some innings for you, but. As far as, like you said, as far as closing the roof, I know that's the way he likes it. But you can't always do that. And he's going to have to pitch some games outside. He was pretty good in Texas with with no roof, and he's been good in some other places. So, just deal with it. Fans, I like to see the sunshine. I know a lot of fans like to see it too. So, and then you put a few more fans in the seats, it never hurts.
John, listen, we appreciate you doing this morning. I know it was a bit of a late arrival. Congratulations on that sweep, and go get him this weekend.
Now, you asked me that question. Now, hopefully all your buddies there were listening.
No,
so they won't have to repeat that question.
You know that they're going to ask, and you know that John Lott's going to accuse you of some sort of conspiracy, too, when he asks.
Geraldo Rivera?
Just kidding. Take care, Gibby.
See you, boys.
All righty.